Do it alone. I can't tell you how many times these 4 simple words have changed my life. They have saved me from poor decisions, given me an insane amount of confidence in myself, and unlocked potential that I didn't know I had. And if you implement what I'm about to share with you into your own life, it will do the same for you. This is one of the most powerful pieces of advice that has ever been shared with me. So pay close attention. Number 1. Build self-reliance. The first time someone told me to just do it alone was when I was in college. I was working on this big project, putting in long hours every day, and it was extremely stressful. I wanted to quit several times, but my professor kept telling me to just do it alone. At the time, I didn't understand why he kept telling me this, but now I get it. He was helping me build something called self-reliance. You see, we all rely on other people in our lives. It's inevitable. But there comes a point where you need to learn to rely on yourself because no one else is going to do it for you. When you take on challenges independently, you become more confident in your ability to handle them. You learn how to problem solve and think critically, which are essential skills for success in any field. Plus, you gain a sense of personal satisfaction and pride when you accomplish something on your own. Remember the feeling the very first time you learned to ride a bike or tie your shoes? That's the kind of feeling that comes from building self-reliance. And guess what? It doesn't stop there. Building self-reliance also helps you discover your true potential. When you're used to relying on others, you may not realize how strong and capable you really are. But when you face challenges head-on and figure things out for yourself, you start to uncover hidden strengths and talents you never knew you had. So the next time you're faced with a challenge, don't be afraid to take it on alone. You might be surprised at what you're capable of. Number 2. Discover your true potential. One of the best things about doing things alone is that you have no one else's expectations holding you back. You're free to explore new things and take risks without the fear of judgment from others. For example, when I decided to pursue my YouTube channel full-time, I was terrified. I was leaving behind a stable job with a good salary and benefits to pursue something with no guarantee of success. But I knew that I had to do it if I wanted to make my dreams come true. And by taking this leap of faith and doing it alone, I discovered a strength and resilience within myself that I never knew I had. I had to become incredibly resourceful, learning how to film and edit my own videos, write my own scripts, and market myself to a wider audience. These are skills that I would have never developed if I had just stayed at my old job. And now these skills are helping me achieve success in ways that I never imagined possible. By doing things on my own, you give yourself the freedom to grow and evolve in ways that you never thought possible. You'll be amazed at what you're capable of when you don't have anyone else's expectations weighing you down. So the next time you have something you want to try but are afraid of failure or judgment, remember that sometimes the greatest discoveries happen when we dare to do things alone. Number 3. Stay focused on your vision. Have you ever felt like you were so close to achieving your goals, but then something unexpected happened and you got sidetracked? Maybe you started a new project with a clear vision in mind, but then you invited others onto your team and their ideas and opinions started to cloud your judgment. If you've ever experienced this, you know how frustrating it can be. But what if I told you there was a way to stay focused on your goals even when faced with distractions? Enter the power of doing things alone. When you work on something by yourself, you eliminate the noise of other people's opinions and focus solely on your vision. For example, when I started my channel, I had a very specific vision in mind. I wanted to create videos that helped others improve their lives through personal development. There were tons of other channels talking about similar topics, but I knew that my perspective and approach to these topics was unique. However, once I started posting videos, I started getting comments from viewers who didn't quite understand my vision. Some of them said that my videos were too motivational or too self-help oriented. But instead of letting these comments hold me back, I decided to keep pushing forward with my vision. I knew that if I listened to the naysayers, I wouldn't be able to create the type of content that I truly wanted to make. And guess what? My decision paid off. Today, my channel has over 1 million subscribers and my videos have been viewed millions of times. And it's all because I didn't let anyone else's opinions stand in the way of my vision. By doing things alone, you give yourself the freedom to explore your ideas without fear of judgment. This allows you to stay focused on your vision and make it a reality. So the next time you feel tempted to seek approval from others before pursuing your goals, remember the power of doing things alone. It may be scary at first, but the results will be worth it. 4. Learn from mistakes personally. Haven't we all been there before? We make a mistake, whether it's spilling coffee on ourselves, missing an important deadline, or failing at a new business venture. In those moments, our natural instinct is to want to hide and avoid the consequences of our actions. But what if instead of hiding, we embrace the situation and take responsibility for our mistakes? That's when the real learning begins. When you make a mistake on your own, you get to experience the entire process of learning from it. You face the consequences of your actions and then work to correct them. This gives you a sense of ownership over your mistakes and helps you to learn from them more effectively. For example, let's say you forget to submit an assignment on time. If you try to blame it on someone else or make excuses for yourself, you're only hurting yourself in the long run. But if you take responsibility for your actions and figure out how to fix the situation, you'll learn a valuable lesson about time management and accountability. And here's the best part. When you learn from your mistakes personally, you're better equipped to avoid making them in the future. You develop a deeper understanding of yourself and your limitations, which allows you to set realistic expectations and plan accordingly. Plus, you'll cultivate a sense of resilience and grit that will help you bounce back from any setback. Remember, making mistakes is a natural part of the human experience. It's how we learn and grow as individuals. So instead of trying to avoid them, embrace them and learn from them personally. It's one of the most empowering things you can do. Number 5. Prepare for collaboration from a position of strength. Imagine this scenario. You're working on a group project with your friends and the deadline is looming. As the clock ticks, you find yourself struggling to get everyone on the same page. Ideas aren't aligning, and progress seems agonizingly slow. Just as frustration begins to set in, someone says the words that turn everything around, "Hey, let's go our separate ways and each take on a part of the project. We can meet back in a few days and combine our efforts." And that's exactly what happens. A few days later, everyone reconvenes with their individual pieces complete and ready to integrate. And lo and behold, the result is far more impressive than anything they could have achieved by working together from the start. This is the magic of doing things alone. By working independently, each person is able to focus on their strengths and produce high-quality work. When they come back together, they're able to combine their efforts and create something even greater than they could have imagined. But why does this happen? Why is it that doing things alone often leads to better results than working together from the start? Well, it all boils down to one simple concept: preparation. When you take the time to do things alone, you're able to prepare for collaboration from a position of strength. You come to the table with a solid foundation that others can build on. This saves valuable time and energy that would have been wasted on planning and organizing. So the next time you're faced with a task that seems daunting, consider breaking it up and doing it alone. You might be surprised at the incredible results you achieve and the opportunities for collaboration that come your way. So remember, doing things alone isn't always easy, but the rewards are immeasurable. From building self-reliance and discovering your true potential to staying focused on your vision and preparing for collaboration, the benefits are endless. So the next time you feel like giving up, remember these 5 reasons and push through. You might be surprised at what you're capable of. Thank you for watching.